Today is a really exciting day in the Hauk shop. The body for the Unimog project is coming back from paint, and we can't wait to see how it's going to look on top of our brand new, refurbished, and re-engineered chassis. In 2019, Jeep came out with a new color for their Wranglers and Gladiators called Sting Gray. We thought that color would look perfect for this Bilstein project. So when this Unimog rolled into the shop, we noticed that there was a tremendous amount of metalwork that needed to be done. There was rust everywhere. The only way to do it right was to cut out everything that was bad and replace it with all brand new metal.
We had a lot of rust to take care of. We cut out everything we could, put new metal in where it needed to be, then we shipped it off to the paint guys. And when this body come back, it was flawless. It did a great job taping everything off so there's straight lines, there's no runs or anything like that. You would literally think that it just came off the showroom floor.
So now that we got the freshly painted body back on the refurbished, re-engineered chassis, it's time to start bolting on millions of parts and pieces to really bring this thing together. It's gonna be all hands on deck to get every detail on this vehicle so that it's perfect for its big reveal. One of the first things we're gonna do now that the interior has been painted and bedlined is go ahead and install our brand new TMI seats. The original seats that came in this Unimog were uncomfortable and outdated. These brand new TMI units are custom built units that fit perfectly in our Unimog interior. For the front and rear bumpers on the Unimog project, we decided to modify Hauk JL front and rear bumpers. This enabled us to get them to the right proportion and the right look for our Unimog project. To make sure that we would never get stuck, we put a 10,000-pound insurance policy on the front. Our 10,000-pound worn xenon winch is set up with synthetic rope and fits perfectly on our Hauk JL front bumper. The hardest thing about working on a vintage Unimog is trying to find all the bits and pieces to really bring it back to its original condition. All the seals and gaskets and small, hard-to-find items. Our friends at Expedition Imports have a fantastic website where we were able to locate all of the bits and pieces that we need in order to bring this Unimog back to factory condition. After spending considerable time online looking for a suitable roof rack for our 4-door Unimog, we realized there wasn't really anything on the market that was exactly what we wanted. So we decided to build our own out of 1-inch steel tubing. After it was fully welded, we had it powder coated black, mounted all of our rigid lights, and installed the entire unit. We decided that the canvas top that covered the bed on our Unimog project needed to match the Sting Gray paint that we used on the rest of the body. We reached out to our friends at Bestop who sent us out a few yards of their premium gray sailcloth. We then sent it to our upholstery shop and had them sew up a brand new canvas Targa top that matches the paint perfectly. One of the pieces I'm most excited about on this Bilstein project is the large skid plate, combination side step and side armor piece that we created. It's fresh back from the powder coat shop now. Now we're going to install it onto the bottom of our Unimog, and it's really going to make the entire project look very clean and well put together. The entire Hauk crew has been working around the clock to finish up the details on the Bilstein Unimog project. Well, all the hard work has finally paid off. It's time to load up the Unimog and take it out to Moab, Utah for the Moab 4x4 Expo for its big reveal. The Moab 4x4 Expo is the brand new premier off-roading event in the country. It draws in thousands of people from all over the country to come and go wheeling with their favorite off-road racers and drivers. On top of that, the Moab 4x4 Expo has an amazing vendor show, including all the top brands from Ford, Jeep, Nitto, Optima, and countless others. It's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to get everybody's reaction on our brand new Unimog. This Unimog is certainly very unique. It's one of only a few hundred ever built of this body style, and it's one of one that came out of the Hauk Designs shop. We upped the capability, we made it more user-friendly, and we refined all the details, bringing it into the 21st century. I'm really happy with how this Unimog has performed on the trail. But now it's time to get the guys from Bilstein in the driver's seat and see how they like their new ride.
So my name's Brian McCroskey with Bilstein Shock Absorbers. We're out here with the Unimog, running it, taking it to its paces, and the thing, I gotta tell you, Kenny, it runs as good as it looks. So the Unimog has a lot of fine touches to it that Kenny and his team implemented in the build. Some things that we knew were coming and some things that he surprised us with in the end. And one of the coolest things is just the whole redesign of the front grille, taking it from the way Mercedes originally built it to something that's modern looking with the new LED headlights by Rigid, the Warren Industries winch. This thing just has a lot of awesome touches that anyone who comes in contact with it at a show, at an event, is just going to be blown away.
I'm blown away, but at the same time, I'm not. It's Kenny. Kenny builds these crazy projects. Another radical idea, so out of the box, so over the top. He does amazing work.
He has a way for seeing things that most of us would just look past, you know? He'll take the ordinary and make it extraordinary, and that's what we really love about him. The passion that he has for gear wrench tools and the tools that he's using every day. It's something that it's easily conveyed to anybody who's watching any of these episodes. So we really love that about working with Kenny.
We knew right away we're on board. Sign us up. It's another Kenny project, right? I want to be a part of it. Rare Parts wants to do the steering on it.
So it takes this killer truck, iconic truck, to this massive level, and he hit it perfect. If you can take this thing and put like 47s on it, you know what I mean, and blow it up like that, when you see it done, you're like, wow, knocked another one out of the park, you know?
So at the beginning of the build, Timo, our CFO, took our brand book, tossed it on the ground, and told Kenny to be creative with this build, do what his team is famous for. And you see the end result, and we couldn't be any happier. This thing is just as aggressive as Bilstein's strategy for the next decade. Bilstein is ready. We're serious. We're serious about the markets that we're in, and I think this is just a combination of everybody doing the right thing and creating a new brand.
It's been an absolutely phenomenal experience working with the crew from Bilstein. Their entire crew is dedicated to performance and high quality products, just like we are. Our goal was to build them something that would really represent the Bilstein name, which represents quality and something that's very unique in the industry.
When you see a Unimog, you don't see that many anyway. So when you see one fixed up the way Kenny did, it's something that's a treat to see if you're an enthusiast like me.
Seeing the smiles on the face of the guys from Bilstein and seeing this Unimog conquer this terrain made all of these last months of hard work totally worth it. Now it's time to get back to the shop and get back to work because we've got more vehicles to build.